What's going on, everybody? Josh Engleman for Awesemo.com, and I am back with my NBA DFS contenders on DraftKings for Tuesday, April 20th. Now, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when this and all of our other content goes live. Follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman so you can get updates to these sim results as we get closer to lock. And finally, let me know in the comments section who is your favorite and least favorite of my contenders for today's slate. We are rounding out the bottom of my top 10 with Jaden McDaniels, Bruce Brown, Trae Young, Anthony Simons, and ENES KANTER on the outside looking in. Who will be my favorites, my top 5 plays for today? It is time to find out. Coming in at number 5, we're going to shooting guard, small forward eligible Dwayne Bacon. He is 4,200, projected for 24. The goal is 37. He is in the optimal lineup 24% of the time. Now, you guys know how much I love the shooting guard, small forward eligibility. You can put him in 5 out of 8 spots. Bacon should see about 30 minutes. We're missing Terrence Ross. We're missing Michael Carter-Williams, plus the other 600 guys that aren't on the Magic any longer. We gave him 30 minutes, 0.8 fantasy points per minute, 23% usage. 15 points, 3.5 boards, 2 assists, not much else. Slight pace down spot against Atlanta. But what we're doing here, we are buying minutes and flexibility. 30 minutes at shooting guard, small forward, guard forward, and utility is pretty difficult to pass up. He makes a lot of other lineups work, and on a 5-game slate, that flexibility is huge. Next up at number 4, we're going to his teammate, point guard eligible Cole Anthony, 6K, projected for just shy of 34. The goal is 43, and he is in the optimal lineup 24% of the time. Now, as I mentioned, no Ross, no MCW, no most of these other guys. So Cole Anthony should get the start. I've got him in for 32 minutes, 1.05 fantasy points per minute. He should dominate the ball with the highest usage, 26%. We're talking 16 points, almost 6 assists, 5 boards. It's a really nice stat line. Maybe he falls into a steal. Maybe he falls into a block. Again, same pace down spot against Atlanta, but we're not so worried about the matchup when we have a relatively shorthanded team with very little in the way of actual NBA players. They have no incentive to not play Cole Anthony for north of 30 minutes. And when he's out there, dude likes to shoot. I like 26% usage at a 6K price tag. I wish that he had dual eligibility, but I understand why he doesn't. But either way, Cole Anthony should be running this Orlando offense, and he should be running a lot of my lineups, coming in at the number 4 spot. Or he could pay a little bit more at point guard and go to number 3, De'Aaron Fox. He's 9,800, projected for 49.5. The goal's 56. He's in the optimal lineup 24% of the time as well. So Fox, Anthony, Bacon, KANTER, all really packed together. Now, Fox is playing massive minutes. I gave him 38 here. 1.31 fantasy points per minute. 31% usage. Almost 29 real points. 8 assists, 4 boards. Almost 2 steals, plus a half block. And this matchup actually matters. Take it on the Minnesota Timberwolves. Terrible defense. Pace up spot for Sacramento. They gained 3 possessions over their average. This is as good as it gets for De'Aaron Fox. He should run all over the Minnesota Timberwolves, and he should do that for 38 of the 48 minutes in this game, and who knows, maybe even more. I love the matchup. I love the spot. I don't mind the price at all. I expect the raw point ceiling for De'Aaron Fox to rule out today. But he's not even my favorite point guard. We're going to point guard, shooting guard eligible KYRIE Irving in the number 2 spot, 9,900, projected for 52.5. The goal is 56.5, and he is in the optimal lineup 25% of the time. Gets Fox by a hair. Irving sees massive usage and assist rate bumps with no James Harden and with no Kevin Durant on the floor. So at 35 minutes, I have KYRIE Irving projected for 1.5 fantasy points per minute. That's 33% usage, 28 real points, almost 10 assists, almost 5 boards. You get a steal. And a matchup against the Pelicans, slight pace up spot, not a difficult defense to worry about. This is just a great spot for KYRIE. He gets to dominate the ball the whole time. There is no one else that's going to soak up usage like KYRIE Irving will. And you get the dual eligibility of point guard and shooting guard, so he fits in just a little bit better. I love the combo of Irving and Fox. I have no problem going to either one of those guys. KYRIE Irving is at number 2. Who's number 1? Before we get to that number 1 contender, one last reminder, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Then head on over to Twitter and follow me at Josh Engleman. It's the only place that you can get the updates to my sim results as we get closer to lock. I'm not on live before lock, so you can't even get my opinions. My Twitter is the only place you'll see it. Then finally, hop into the comment section below the video. I want to know your favorite contender, your least favorite contender, and the contender that you think should be on this list that you did not see. And finally, the number one contender of the slate, shooting guard, small forward eligible, Norm Powell, 6,400, projected for 34. The goal is 44. He's in the optimal lineup 26% of the time. Now, Powell sees the minutes bump with no Damian Lillard, no Yusuf Nurkic as well. So 38 minutes for Norm Powell, 0.9 fantasy points per minute, 23% usage. Now, it's pretty much all points. 21 points, 3.5 boards, 3 assists. Maybe you get a steal and a half. That's a slight pace down spot. Actually, it's a pretty big pace down spot. 2.5 possessions under their average and a tough defensive matchup against the Clippers. But you get the dual eligibility guard forward. So shooting guard, small forward, and utility. You get increased minutes for Powell and an increased role with no Damian Lillard on the floor. To me, what's not to like? He's priced as if Damian Lillard is playing. I'm playing him because he is not. So because of the flexibility, because of the price tag, because of the role, Norm Powell is your number one contender on DraftKings today. Alrighty, folks, that will do it. Those are my NBA DFS contenders on DraftKings for Tuesday, April 20th. The process show is in the books. Go watch that. FanDuel version of this video is around here somewhere, and I will be on the strategy show today with Laffy breaking down this 5-game slate. Good luck to everyone tonight. Enjoy yourselves. I will see you guys again tomorrow morning for another edition of the Contenders.